All right. Welcome back finally to the welcome back to
Wait,
the
okay.
2025 Weeklies Week 3 Thermite tape. I hate this.
We are back. Somehow, my OBS was not capturing my Opus Magnum when I was setting it up. That's weird.
All right. So,
Now it is. All right.
but anyway, yeah.
Yeah.
This was the puzzle. The most unusual thing about the puzzle is the center triplex backbone, which you need to and which the combination of this feature and the metric costs have imposes a very unique uh, very unique constraints on the puzzle, let's say. All right. Oh, I know, Darkbird. My computer is cursed. That's the only thing that can explain this. All right. So yeah, hello Jasper. Could you explain the brief history about this puzzle again, please?
Yeah. So some time ago there was a custom puzzle that had a somewhat similar triplex bonded fire backbone in an infinite. And I realized by slightly changing what the backbone looked like, you could put this interesting restriction on cost with a triplex bonder. And I built the solution around the puzzle around that to make that as difficult as possible.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, this is essentially our attempt, well, Hello Jasper's attempt at making the most difficult puzzle, cost puzzle, with track.
Mm-hmm.
Exactly.
And I believe it lives up to its name. No, we already spoiled in the take one of the stream earlier that you do not need debonder. Debonder is absolutely unnecessary, and that is what makes min cost difficult in this puzzle.
Mm-hmm.
Since you have to try to create the entire product without accidental bonds, and we will see how people will do that coming up. And it was a success. Yes. Thank you, Hello Jasper, for this glorious puzzle.
Mm-hmm. All right. 16th place, Real Lions. 870 cost.
Are you sure this is a cost submission, not a cycle submission?
This
It's
is
neither, but
supposed.
here.
I think. Wait a sec.
I think Reliance submitted one solution.
Yeah, fair.
So
Yeah,
we're showing it
that's
in
the case.
metric.
Yeah, that's the case.
But yeah, as the fancy parser is showing, this is a two-peak solution. Wow, that's what's taking forever for the parser to actually solve. It's all it's doing is calculating the p.
2p means that each loop two products, in this case monomers, are being created. All right, Real Lions writes. Yeah, Real Lions writes. Totally didn't pass out after finishing this, forgetting to submit it, and getting lucky with spontaneously waking up way earlier than I should have.
I wonder what time zone Realliance is from. That they have to wake up to submit this.
Right. Also, the next solve is also a next solve. Next person also submitted only a single solve. At 15th place, YB1. I gotta say, this was harder than making a solution to unstable Sovereign with a broken thumb. Luckily, my thumb is perfectly fine now. This is 1P because it only creates single monomer per loop. And yeah, apparently YB1 participated in the past year's weeklies with a broken thumb. The first two solutions all so the first two solutions all use the 3 triplex bonds, multiple triplex bonders to make all triplex bonds between the backbone, and then use debonders to delete some of the wrong bonds from said backbone. So 14th place has significantly fewer costs. We're gonna see if it uses similar tactics or not. Fourteenth place, 70 Storm, 230 cost. I see, it looks similar.
Yeah, similar, but only one arm now, so we're getting in cost
actual
territory now.
She writes, I have no idea if that is the actual min cost, but for certain we will need 3 triplex bonders and 1 unbonder for this to work, so that would be money gone down the drain.
We will see shortly that that's not quite correct, but... It is the sane way to solve it, though.
Yep. It's the... It's like the easiest to understand way of solving it.
Yeah.
It's a cost sanity Pareto. True.
Fair.
Alright. Next up. Greenfield. 10 guilders cheaper. Trying to attach the copper without it falling off was frustrating. I eventually caved in and was forced to have +2 instructions. We are trying to minimize it. Oh yeah, one triplex bonder.
One triplex bonder, but more expensive than arms.
But still has a debonder.
Yeah, that too. And
We're
duplication.
gonna be a debonder for a while.
Yeah,
Not
we're gonna
many
see a
people
deboner
notice
for
they
a
don't
while.
need
Yeah,
it.
yeah, I guess so. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit. Alright. Next up.
Event Roller saying it took them a bit to realize the bonder wasn't needed. Yeah, that's how this puzzle gets ya. That's how we get ya. We're sneaky like that.
Mhm.
Is there a paw?
Alright, next up. 130 guilders. Mikulius. Minus 30G. Oh yeah, this is... we are in the territory of them.
Yeah, we didn't really consider.
Waste
We didn't
chain.
want to consider area tertiary, so go crazy with the tertiary tab.
Yeah. Area did not seem like a good tertiary because of the waste chain and output. But yeah, this is not quite the cheapest arm because we have a piston on 2-track instead of a regular arm on 4-track, and it uses the debonder. That's where it loses its cost.
Right. Right, about the choice to use the quintessence instead of the fire, is that just to force track on the players, or was it like needed on the
Yeah, I think that was the main reason I chose quintessence. Yes.
Quintessence may have made cycles a pain, but to be fair,
It
this puzzle
definitely
was
did.
designed for cycles.
It wasn't. Although it ended up working out quite well.
Mm-hmm. It's one of those optimize it as best as you can and forget about min.
Yeah.
Cycles puzzles.
Yeah, definitely.
It's getting laggy.
You might want to turn on frame rate patch for this puzzle.
Right, I don't think I have them on
Let me find it.
on this. Alright, meanwhile, 11th place, 120 cost. NB bought 27, which is a team of NB Ventus and Crazy Bot 27. We are... yeah, now this looks like a proper cost solve. 4-track, minimal glyphs. Like 2 arm on a 4-track, minimal glyphs.
Well, not quite min glyphs because the debonder, but yeah.
I DM'd the link to the frame rate patch to you if you really need it.
Right.
If it really looks bad. Also, I never mentioned, but the Twitch stream is working for me now, so that's great too.
Nice. Alright, there's also comments. I'm gonna read that meanwhile the solution is running. They write, it took a lot of trial and error to find a layout that worked. Juggling a polymer or waste chain and having to fix bad bonds killed a lot of layouts. Fortunately, this one presented itself eventually. The polymer is constructed in such a way that the bad bonds are all oriented in the same direction and can thus be easily fixed. I can confidently say that I would not like to do this again. Alright.
Crazy bot is not a cost main. Sad to hear.
Not everyone can be an everything main.
Unless your name is Calirisis or Pentapig or something like that.
Or Biggie.
Some people have no, Biggie is not an everything main.
Alright.
Biggie, who we call area main, does not actually enjoy area.
Fair.
Alright, next up, 42 Genius 42. Another one-arm wonder, 120 cost. 110 cost might be possible, would involve a lot of stick swacking probably if it is possible. I eventually conceded and included a debonder as a corrector for the bad bonds. I think I've used a minimal of everything else that seems required. Arm on a 4-track, 20 plus 20 cost, to reach all single parts of the quint breaker, as well as points on the purifier and triplex. Think quint breaker, 20 cost purifier, 20 cost and triplex, 20 cost and the normal single bonder, 10 cost equals 110 cost, and are required. The bonder cost an extra 10 guilders, so I might have theoretical min plus 10g? Question mark? Calcifier and dupe are not required if you can manage a waste stick, which, mercifully, I could, and it didn't seem to get in the way too much.
Here we see the valley of despair of people who has not achieved 110 cost, even though they know 110 cost exists.
Yep.
The problem is it won't be 0 rate, it'll be infinity rate. If a solution, if it doesn't continue going on. Or, well, it will be division by 0, but you know.
I mean, stack walking could work as long as you don't have to walk to the very end.
Because it's
If you just have to walk back, yeah, that.
Yeah, if you have to like walk
It's-
back a few monomers, then it is viable in a finite rate.
Yeah.
Alright, next up. 120 cost, 184 instructions. What? This is one happy. Sockboy.
The first half P solve.
Mhm.
Let's go half P indeed.
Alright.
It's got a lot of comment pauses because it doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Yeah. I noticed some souls doing that for
Mm-hmm.
convenience, probably.
For solver sanity.
Convenience. Yeah. Not for viewer sanity. No, we're going insane over here.
Yeah, so one half making exactly half of a monomer every loop makes sense. It's
Yeah.
yeah, you already
2 fire, 1
two
copper,
fire, yeah, 1 copper,
and then figure out something with the reactive iron.
mhm.
This one does it by pivoting the monomer once per loop, so that only every 2 loops it lands on the bonder.
Yep. Nice thing about having a debonder, it is like the monomer, the actual polymer doesn't need to swing. You don't need to like swing the actual monomer from the. You might need to pivot, but you don't need to swing it actually.
Yeah.
I wonder if you should explain why we have the restriction of building left to right only.
I actually don't exactly understand why it has to be like why the right to left breaks this puzzle, but I'm not a Cosme.
Yeah, no, that's Hello Jasper's decision. You can try. You can explain why we didn't
Yeah,
want to allow right to left.
It didn't matter too much, but I thought that building right to left, I mean left to right, the other way than the correct way for polymers would make costs easier, and well, the point was that it was hard, and I didn't want all the solutions to build from the wrong side, so that's why I felt like adding the restriction.
Uh-huh. Darkbrick Zero says, "So you want us to suffer? That's why."
You could say that. That's not wrong. The reason is that Hello Jasper wants the puzzle to be harder, and you can interpret that as Hello Jasper wants you to suffer. Sure.
It's not entirely wrong.
Alright, next up. Vilfuck. Yes, 1/4 key.
Oh yeah, that surprised me when it came in. 1/4 P is considerably worse than half P.
I assume 1/4 P is 1 fire at a time. 1/4 P is something. Yeah, it sure is.
It's 1 fire, half of a copper, and a quarter of a reactive iron.
Yep. So the dealing with how he deals with the quarter of a reactive iron, it is almost intuitive. Exactly one
It's gonna
pivot
be
every
4
move.
pivots, isn't it? Yeah. That makes that not too hard. And I guess the half coppers just grab 1 iron and
Yeah, the
try to,
conditionally try to
yeah.
conditionally try
That
to.
makes it not that hard. And the with the debonder, the triplex makes quarter P not that bad either. But quarter P on without the debonder is or seems considerably less useful, I think, because the direction of the triplex will be different.
Uh-huh.
Just wait, 7th place is going to be 180. There's 8 atoms in the polymer.
I don't think lowering P would even help anymore.
No, at a certain point it becomes... At a certain point, if you're lowering P, it becomes more like pitch drop.
True.
At some point, the cost of the conditional that enables lower P doesn't make up the instruction saver during lowering P.
Yeah, I think quarter P is the limit.
Yeah.
Because it's 1 fire per loop. 6th place is 16 P. We're not streaming pitch drop experiment, everyone. This is not that puzzle.
Oh yeah, also the Firefox note, funny about how we talked in the previous soap about how we wanted what's the intention of forcing left to right on this puzzle. Firefox says, "As you, hello Jasper. Though I'm so glad a 110 cost solve doesn't exist. P.S. Utmost respect to everyone who gets 24 cycles or less." Huh.
24 cycles? Oh
or
boy!
less.
What's the theoretical min for this shit again? Hello, Jasper did the calculations. Let me go read them. They're somewhere. They're up there. 23. It is 23. That's the limit.
Alright, next up. 115 cost.
Yeah, this was also a surprise. I wasn't expecting a 115G, but it makes a lot of sense. And it's actually considerably more... Well, before it was made 1/4P, it was considerably more sane than the 1/4P 120 cost.
Wait, this is also 1/4 P?
Yeah, this was a relatively
Oh,
recent
boy.
improvement. Not that it mattered, because it's the only...
Nobody else made
115G.
but yeah, I guess it is an improvement.
Oh yeah, also
Mr.
115
Longar,
means that there's no debonder.
Yeah,
Oh yeah, it's just one
we
extra.
had 5 arm. Yeah,
extra
but it
time.
allows
Oh.
the arm to become 3 length, which really helps.
Avenge Roller says, "Dang it! I was hoping 110 was impossible."
Wouldn't that have been funny?
We will see how it is possible coming up very soon, because we literally just told you there's no more 115 Gs.
Yeah.
You think we would really give you a puzzle where min is impossible? Ahem, ahem, last week, ahem.
At least with this puzzle, I was certain min was possible, because I got extremely close with my test solve before I even send it to the hosts. With only
It was a
one.
long time ago, and the
It
puzzle was
is.
left untouched for a long time. Min cycles
That one had
is
one
possible
tiny
too?
issue, but
I
it was a
don't know. Is min
solvable
cycles
issue.
possible? Who knows? All I said is I think min cycles is 23. Theoretical min cycles, because that's what Hello Jasper told me. I did not do the calculations myself.
Oh yeah, there's also the you can see hints on how to create, like you can see the techniques on how to create the zigzag without resorting to the debonder.
Oh yeah, you kind of have to move everything out of the way.
Yeah.
So like you can notice that anything that would get in the way of the swinging of the giant polymer is stuck in that bottom area over there.
The triplex needs a lot of space. If we fast forward a bit to when the monomer, the polymer gets longer, we can see why it needs that much space.
Yeah. Despite only having 216 instructions, it sure is taking a while.
It's 100.
Yeah.
Yeah, 216 by 4 every loop.
Mm-hmm.
Oh yeah, they have a note. I'm gonna just read it right now and look at what quadrants of this monomer sweeps. Oh yeah, you have just saw it, but
It can keep on running. We made sure they would keep on running. We
Yeah.
made everyone take the L. You can read the notes.
avenge it. It's 1/4 P. Let's fucking go. This saw was a nightmare to make. I had all the construction logic made up and working, but couldn't, for the life of me, figure out how to make the iron plus quicksilver and copper end up on different cycles. Skyhawk gave me this solution of grabbing the copper first, then putting the iron on, which led to this solve. Conditionally separates the atom based on the left side middle two atoms. This allows us to not make any extra bonds, as it is only ever making the bonds it needs for either piece. Past that, just avoiding a bunch of grabs and the timing on the iron quicksilver and the copper. So yeah, it is facing so yeah, this hextant isn't reached. Everything else you have to sweep.
Yeah.
That's the special place for the waste stick and the inputs to occupy. It's their little corner.
And
They
the arm.
are vibing, and the arm. They are vibing. Naughty inputs and way shapes go. They're there for timeout.
There's exactly 4 access points, which are 4 of those spots. Okay, and the 5th is needed for the conditioning the ion amalgam, right? We shall move on though. Next up is by Hello Jasper. 110. Welcome to the main. Oh yeah.
Would you look at that? A host solve. What? So, if you didn't know, lightning track works. This lightning track works.
Lightning track is a
dispersion.
valid shape for all of the glyphs that requires for access points.
Mm-hmm.
Lightning track allows the arm to get far enough away from the triplex
Yeah.
and reach all of the inputs.
Everybody not getting Min was like, what do you mean it's this fucking simple?
In fact, diamond track is also possible. We'll see that soon enough.
Oh yeah.
But that uses a strategy that I didn't think of when making the puzzle.
Mm-hmm. We will see those. Those are interesting. Dark Brick says, "Oh come on, my explanation notes are not gonna be redundant. Don't worry,
brother.
we'll
Don't
still
worry.
read them." Next time, aim for last place in your aim for last place in your primary bucket, and your explanation will be worth it.
True.
Pro life tips.
I did really like your explanation, Dark Brick.
Yeah, it is good. Too bad it's not like, the first one we see of 110, so we're gonna see a lot. It's still worth looking at the solution, though,
Yeah.
because it draws out a very important part of the puzzle. Gonna put a track saying hi on the right that puts them in 15th. No.
Worst of your primary, not worst overall.
But can't you see, if you score worse and you have, then if you score worse and worse, then you can have your soul being shown earlier and earlier.
Yeah.
We're optimizing for how early you should appear on stream now.
Be Steven, I guess.
Be Steven, so true. Zorflack is never winning that in terms of shitpost puzzles. Zorflack shall be forever alphabetically challenged. Until one day he comes in with exclamation mark Zorflax. Or underscore Zorflax.
Alright, next solve is not from Tuckbrick. Ebonov. 609 instruction.
Oh wow, that's barely in it.
I appreciate the waste. I appreciate the waste brick.
Oh, it's a brick. Oh boy.
Yeah,
So,
this is diamond track.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It uses a pre-made scaffolding stick to attach copper and reactive iron later on, which allows which means you do not need as much space close around the triplex, but only further away from the triplex. This allows the arm and input both to be closer.
What are the two predictions that that Albatross has are? By the way, you can stick useless crap at the end of a polymer and they'll still accept it.
Yeah, we'll see more of that with the other diamond track solves.
What the hell it is doing is that it's making the end of the stick only too wide, end of the polymer only too wide.
Yeah.
So 2 atoms wide, so it can fit the waste within and the inputs within that little notch over there.
I didn't think of this.
Sure is peculiar. And it sure isn't easier than just finding the lightning track.
True.
Evanov has this solution has notes. He says some 400 instructions and 2,400 cycles later did I realize that the 1/2 P approach makes bad fire quicksilver bonds so this 1P is shipping. The quint moving is really slowed down by product storage.
Yeah, he submitted the failed half P showcase.
Oh, that's a failed half P, I see.
Well, this solution isn't. This solution came in earlier. But he does also have a failed half P, which he submitted as showcase.
Mm-hmm. Well, we'll see actual half Ps, I think. So don't you worry, they're coming up.
Yeah.
Right. Next up, Kazian at exactly 600 instructions.
Oh wow, everybody's all typed up in the 600s range.
Yeah, that seems to be the range for 1P.
This was lightning track.
Yeah, but it doesn't use the lightning shape technique. This is uses the same technique as the rhombus.
It's using
Oh, I
lightning
see.
track, but not using the advantage of the lightning track.
Yeah.
Oh, no. What is this?
This is somehow better than the past 3 souls. So. Please review
Well, it
the
is
terms and
barely better.
conditions. Since it's Kazian, there is a banger lure on this one also.
True.
Yeah. There's a little game I like to play whenever I get a commission for an explosive I haven't heard of before. Someone has found yet another formula with which to blow things up, and surely they must have a reason to use it rather than more common options. Explosive Victrite isn't hard to come by. Thermofuse is somewhat trickier, but you can find it or spool some yourself. Or simply triplex 2 fire atoms together, stick a salt on the end so it is stable enough to pour onto a file, and throw that at whatever the problem is. The best alchemists keep it surprisingly simple. But no, Thermite tape is more of an ideal explosive. A material that is inert, heat resistant, impact resistant, so friction insensitive that you could scrub a pot with it. Except for one specific set of circumstances where it and everything in the building will go up in smoke. And it's a fairly obscure condition for thermite tape. The trick is a catalyst. Now, you won't find this catalyst just laying around. There are a few ways to get it. You could crush the eggshells of a species of bird that nests only on the south side of a few mountains, whose names I cannot produce. Some lichens created in order to break down the rock surface they affix to. You could try your luck in mystery pallets of old alchemical supplies. But the most practical way to get it is an industrial product that accepts no substitutes in its manufacture. You see, it's used in the glyph of unbonding. Alchemist Kazuya.
Oh.
I guess everyone who uses debonders died.
Yep.
Oh, well, rip cycles.
Oh no.
I don't think you technically need a debonder for cycles, but it sure does make it easy.
It's definitely required for fast cycles, though.
But yeah, this is doing the build it out longer trick as well.
Yeah. Not by that much. It only uses a couple scaffolding atoms.
Yeah.
Which might be what made it better than the other scaffolding.
I guess it has a little bit of the advantage of the lightning track in that it doesn't need to build the protrusion of the flames as much. But you know, the triplex could be somewhere much better than that. Oh well, it's still an impressive solution nonetheless. We're in
Kazi-
5th place.
Right. Kazian also says that cycle 1 is the only time I grabbed it, only time that he grabs the extra quintessence, because the solution needs some starter length. So it's a
Yeah.
one-time grab.
I assume the last instruction is also a grab.
Like grab and rotate with no
Well,
release.
not the last instruction, but there won't be a there won't be a drop after the last grab.
Oh well, yeah. There's no drop. It's somewhat close to the last instruction is
Yeah.
Alright. Next up, Miss Tarpiozo. 489 instructions.
wow.
One happy.
Half the admin cost.
We're at half P territory. Let's go. Oh, it's a lightning track. That's an interesting place to put the output. What the hell is it doing there?
Welcome to Minji. No need for debonding, calcification, or projection, and dispersion forces 4-track. The need to avoid bad bonds constrains the geometry a lot. Had to rule out diamond track footprints so the polymer could get all sides of the triplexer. And so we get a long void track and lots of juggling. First solve was 1p at 643 instructions. Going 1 half p got me to 489, still feels like a lot. Mr. Puzzle.
We'll see that it is actually still quite a lot for half B.
It goes
That's
down.
the only spoiler.
Albatross says, I feel like not having reactive iron next to Bonder just makes it so much harder. Yeah, I can see that. I can see how the reactive iron kinda has to scooch out all the way from here. From the little hole it's been stuck in.
Ah, okay, this is the storage, gotcha. And has to waste one molecule of iron amalgam.
Yeah.
Alright. So
Yeah, we probably don't need to see
actually
it
having
finish
the
burning.
input here actually outputs it at earliest. I think there was one moment where it was like holding copper in this copper.
Yeah, probably.
So let's see about what footprint this takes. This accent is empty. Gotcha.
The extent behind the inputs.
Every inputs, yeah. Alright, next. Dark brick, 414i. Oh yeah, this has like 900 words. The notes on this. So but anyway, I appreciate for like reading such a detailed notes because I wouldn't have understood a thing about this puzzle. Alright. Finding min cost is easy. You need 2 glyphs, a triplex, a bonder, and a 2-length arm on a 4-long track to assess the dispersion, adding up to a nice and low 110G. Actually creating a solution using only these parts is a whole different story. First things first, you get quintessence as an input, but the output uses only 5 atoms. Well, just make a waste chain, no problem. The much bigger concern is the triplex bonds you need to create. In order to create the zigzag of the atoms in the product without making any accidental triplex bonds, you need your polymer to kiss the triplex on all 6 sides. Technically, a triplex has only 3 sides, but you need to angle your polymer to the right and to the left of each side for different fire atoms, so each side is used in 2 different ways. This results in a region I'm calling the Dead Star, represented in my solution by equilibrium atoms placed in a 4-hex wide line in each direction, starting at the triplex bonder. Rule 1 of the Dead Star. You cannot place any inputs inside of the Dead Star. The reactive ion can be placed halfway inside of it, but I didn't utilize that. Rule 2 of the Dead Star. The track the arm is on cannot be contained entirely within one of the 6 branches of the Dead Star. If either of these 2 rules are not followed, you will end up in a situation where you try to place your molecule in one of the 6 triplexing spots. It will result with a collision with an input atom, or your arm will have nowhere to go while bonding. These limitations heavily restrict you on what layout you are allowed to use to get min cost. Let's be honest, no sane person would ever use a 4-long line-shaped track to access a dispersion glyph instead of pretty loop-de-loop. But in this puzzle, such a track shape is necessary. One final problem you may encounter, if you're smart and know how to think forward that is. Personally, I encountered a dozen more entirely avoidable problems, is where to put the waste chain while bonding. Unlike the input atoms, you are allowed to move it around while solving it, so it isn't as restrictive. But given how cramped the layout, you will still need to pay attention, or you end up in an unsolvable state. I opted in to suppress the reactive ion input with the waste chain to reuse that space, as that there wasn't any other valid locations. Oh, and don't forget, the secondary is instructions. Don't forget about the instructions. We all love instructions, don't we, folks? Yeah, you have to 1/2 P the soap too. And yes, it's a pain in the ass. In fact, this single set of instructions doesn't even account for 2 parallel universes. It accounts for 5 separate ones. During 1/2 of the soap, there is a special casing for the first period, the second plus third period, and the fourth period onward. And then during the other half, there's special casing for every even-numbered period and every odd-numbered period. The monomer the output is constructed out of can almost be split in half, except for the reactive ion attachment at the bottom. So during half the periods, the arm conditionally grabs the polymer's front quicksilver, pulls the polymer away, and doesn't attach a reaction ion. And during the other half of periods, it fails to conditionally grab, and then attaches a reactive ion. The first, second, third period conditionals are necessary, because during the first few periods, the monomer isn't long enough yet to grab it efficiently. First, the arm presents it, grab it a period 4 plus monomer, and then later comes back and resyncs the timeline from the first few periods, which it failed to grab. The second and third period are similar enough that a single set of backup instructions is enough to handle them both. So yeah, quite a lot going on this puzzle. The track layout, the glyph layout, the weird triplex usage, the waste chain, the dead star, the input suppression using the waste chain to occupy as little of the dead star as possible. I didn't even mention how I figured out a good layout, coded 200 instructions, realized the regular bonder was in a bad place, coded 250 new instructions, realized that the bonder is in a bad place again, except slightly less trivially this time, and there wasn't a single valid spot for the bonder anywhere in the layout, so I had to put the entire layout horizontally and start from scratch, code 300 more instructions, and have a brief heart attack because I forgot to place the projection, quickly followed by the world's biggest sigh of relief because there was exactly one possible spot where it could be placed. This solution, despite being so over-explained, isn't very optimized aside from being 1/2 P, so I'm only going to get 6th place or something because holy fuck, there's a lot of talented people in this community. I don't blame anyone who didn't manage to get in, as it was pretty difficult. But I managed to pull through because there's no greater feeling than finally completing your instruction tray, putting that reset instruction at the end, then pressing play and putting your hands behind your back. Watching your creation you spent at least 6 hours upon come to life. It's enough to make a grown man cry. Special thanks to MS Paint for being a moderately good sketching tool despite not having good rotation features. Asephrite for being a slightly better sketching tool despite lagging a ton while rotating things, and also the scaffolding mod for easy testing of different parallel universes. Without it, I'd still be debugging this shit. Good luck everyone and have a wonderful day. Right. I'm gonna speed this up a little bit.
Long but great notes.
I mean, I definitely appreciate these notes because, like, I'm not a cosmain. This kind of above my grade. Alright. Second place. Coco 52. 383 instructions. Diamond track with 1 happy. And it uses scaffolding. I see.
Yeah, this one built the scaffolding quite fast and instruction efficient because it uses the reactive iron, and then on every consecutive loop, the spot where it was grabbing the reactive iron from will be empty because the reactive iron will be pivoted. So it only builds the scaffolding once. That's definitely one of the reasons why why this solve has less I than the other scaffolding-based solves.
I just really appreciate how the inputs fit in the space perfectly. New solution 66.
I don't think it's actually new solution 66. I just think Cuckoo does that for fun.
I think he was counting up from 47 some time ago.
Yeah.
I have returned. Hello.
But yeah, the scaffolding really helps reduce instructions because remember when Darkbrick said he had to consider 5 separate cases because it was often not long enough for the start? That issue doesn't exist when you have a lot of scaffolding, so it only has to deal with 2 different cases.
Right. Also, a thing I just noticed this uses every hextant. This solve eventually touches every hex in the plane.
Yeah. I don't think the output touches the hexant behind the input, but the waste chain does.
Yeah.
Oh no, the output does
touches,
too.
And then the other sliver of the line is the only remaining line that is not touched by the output is covered by the waste chain. Got max on area.
How much area does this solution use? Yes.
Now, the first place. Was 4 present previous weeks?
That's wool.
Ah, alright.
Who is 4? Who is 4? Who is
Yeah.
4?
Right. Let's see. 260 instructions. More than that's minus 123 instructions from the previous one.
Yeah, this is
that
an
is
amazing
fair.
solve. This is an amazing solve. It uses the lightning bolt track, but instead of having to deal with many different cases, it just ignores the cases where the output isn't long enough yet, because it's just gonna skip those triplex bonds and do them when the product is long enough for them.
Oh. That's interesting.
So the first, I think 2 or 3 monomers will have
okay,
one of the triplexes
so
missing.
This monomer is clearly invalid, but these red bonds were never gonna be made, right?
Yeah.
Ah.
So it's essentially scaffolding without having to build scaffolding. There's also a little bit of scaffolding, but that's, I think, just to move it around easier. Which is just the first way stick. And I think that trick really is what saved so many instructions. Just not making the triplex if the output isn't large enough yet. And another big part is that instead of, once it attaches the fire, immediately making all 3 triplex bonds, it makes the triplex bonds somewhat naturally, as it has to move the product around for where it attaches the reactive iron and copper. And all of those strats combined are what made it save so many cycles over so many instructions over second place.
I see. Oh yeah, good night YBO1. It's also almost 1 AM here. But anyway. I don't know why the output is this far away, but whatever.
Well, cycles doesn't matter, so no reason not to, I guess, but yeah.
There's also notes. This is the most interesting cost puzzle I've done. Solving with 110G required a lot of planning, though I never doubted it was possible. I suspect some people may get hung up on assuming a rhombus-shaped track, which is quite a lot harder. My first solution was 281 instructions and 5 times the area. With a slightly different layout, the input dimer was aligned with the bonder instead of a half-axis. It was written in a single pass. I built a physical model of the target shape using hexagonal toys and moved it around by hand to keep track of the conditional motions, along with extensive notes on paper. I later spent a few hours optimizing it until I got here and saw nothing further to tweak. I think this design could get another 10, maybe 20 instructions lower, and below that would require large changes to layout or construction order. I contemplated 1/4 P, which would save about 30 instructions on dispersion, but probably cost much more in conditionals and sanity. I don't think anyone who reaches 100 Tenji will 1P it, so it should be a reasonably tight secondary race. Well,
It was decently tight.
It was much more tight on 1P.
yeah,
On half P, the instruction gaps are actually pretty large.
yeah.
A big pileup in the 280 to 330 range. But actually, nobody was in that range.
The second place sold was in 380.
$360, right? 380? I thought it was
380.
360. Oh yeah, 100, yeah. Big gap.
Mhm. Even though this is winning solution, I think we have already. I think I'm not playing this to completion because one,
Yeah.
the waist chain swings, and
Makes
two,
sense.
this is we have already seen enough.
Yeah.
Next up, and the second metric is the cycles. Cycles, cost, and
Significantly
instruction.
less cycle solves. Yeah.
What?
I think there are significantly less cycle solves.
Yeah. Cycles
Uh-huh.
seemed less popular,
Mm-hmm.
which is fair.
Because it's so fucking hard.
Yeah.
Oh, this is actually the.
Well,
But
obviously.
yeah.
that's
Oh,
important.
yeah. Last place in cycles is this.
First place in cost. But yeah, congrats to everybody who. Congrats to everybody. This was not an easy cost puzzle. Alright.
An even harder
16th,
cycle puzzle.
16th place is also Ebono. Which is a cost solve. I see. Alright, I think this is the first proper cost. No, wait. Yeah. First proper cycle solve. Wait, what?
Doesn't look like it.
This was it. Ah, yes. This looks like something Coco 52 would create.
Yeah.
Ah.
A Cuckoo 52 special. All arms on one track.
Amazing. I didn't know shit post came early. That is a shit ton of bond fix in there.
Yeah. And also some leaving wastes out of the way. Every arm is indeed doing every function.
Every arm probably has the same instruction count. What was it?
Just
Every arm
offsets
probably have
by
the same
amount.
same instructions.
Not the first time Cuckoo 52 made one of these solutions. They just usually did them more in the earlier tournaments.
Alright. Next up is 13th place, Realliance, Late Tape. I think we have seen this, right?
I think so. Yes.
That's fine. Realize only has one solution.
Yeah.
Yeah. Second, 12th place, 70 store. And we also have seen this. I think.
Have we? Don't think so.
No,
Ah,
this
yeah,
is
yeah.
episode.
It
No,
is
this
much
is
more
this is
arcade.
specifically a type, so.
She simply writes, "This is as far as I can optimize." Prime. Oh, also, yeah. Curiously, 14th place and 13th place has been a primary tie. Right.
I think that might be the only primary tie we'll see.
That's interesting statement.
I don't remember if anyone else got the same cycles as someone else.
I actually watched it through some of the cost solves, but I have not watched it through the cycle solves, so this is gonna be interesting.
I'm pretty sure I watched through every solve at some point.
All right, next up is YB1. We have seen this before. Next up, 83 cycles, 42 Genius 42. Who says, a trivial cycle solve, though I have to fiddle a little bit to get all the timings right. However, winning cycles will be at least one half of this, maybe less, as I know I only throw 1 quint every 10 cycles. Still, I kinda like this solve, and knowing my luck, this 30-minute effort will do better in cycles than my 2-day, well, every evening night effort for gold.
Did it?
Well, did it? I don't remember.
I also don't exactly remember.
Attempt on
It
both.
was Pimpin' both.
Well, cycles was considerably less popular, so.
"42 Genius 42 predicts 30 something for winning cycles count."
Oh, I thought it was 3 times, not 3x. Keep in mind, we said Bane was like 23 or some shit.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
theory mean.
Alright, next up. Greenfield. Min rate and the trains early. This is grabbing Quint every 5 cycles.
Doesn't sound like any.
It is not min rates. There's only one purification glyph as well, so those are not
I mean,
grabbed
min
up
rate
every
min
two.
rate is one monomer every 2 cycles. No, wait a sec. It's metal limited.
It's also not one monomer.
It's metal limited. Yeah.
It's metal limited, but the metals also aren't grabbed every 2 cycles. The reactive iron is covered for 1 cycle whenever one of the 2 arms grabs it, and there's only 1 purification, which means the irons are also grabbed once every 3 cycles.
Right.
Not quite certain what rate that comes to, but it's not meant.
There's a single line of notes. I realized that I could have the fire air pair rotate the other way and it saved 3 cycles. I guess it definitely is trying to catch the train. This copper is definitely trying to catch the train.
Yeah.
Alright. Next stop. Dark brick. Cycle is not a real metric.
It can't hurt you.
Public service announcement. Recently I've heard rumors of a supposed cycles metric, which revolves around producing the 6th output as quickly as possible. I'd like to remind everyone that no such thing exists, and the only speed-related metric that matters is output rate. Anyone that says otherwise is likely a fraud trying to sell you a faulty transmutation that breaks after outputting 2 centimeters of tape. Do not believe their lies.
Insert meme of flipping the calendar to 1984.
Like I was gonna say when immediately looking at this, because this does look like Psycho Soul with all the swinging, but then I guess the input is way too far away.
It's got a whole lot of latency.
Yeah.
It is
And it also has to fix a lot of
so I do.
bonds, so...
It's pulling all the metals as fast as possible, so I do believe this is min rate.
Yeah, same.
Yeah.
There is no pure projection nonsense for this puzzle, do not worry.
Alright, next up, 7th place. Transcendental Demolitions Company. Oh yeah, building backwards. We are definitely in the proper cycle so.
It's allowed in this metric. This input is not pulled as fast as it could, but it doesn't matter because there's less latency than the previous one.
Yeah.
Transcendental guy says that he made it the proper cycle so in 1 hour. This was made in 1 hour. Alright. First soap that's technically non-looping. No, the 42 Genius 42 to soap actually crashed it, I believe. Alright. Next up. 44 Cycles by Avenged Ruler plus Skyhook. Rate 3 Double Displeasure. Right.
Yeah, this is another really high rate solve, but with a lot of latency.
who simply writes, the triplex section isn't very good. I can see that.
Yeah. That's what causes most of the latency.
Triplex river. How many are there really? But anyways. Next up. Weeklies. 39 cycles. Oh Jesus. Double still wasn't enough, so here comes the sextuple. Where's the...
Yeah, it grabbed 6 quint and has 6 triplex stations to make a 2x2, and then it attacks them. It's a great solve, but
This is cursed. This is so cursed.
it's definitely faster.
It is.
I can't believe this isn't a latency puzzle.
Alright. We are going to look at it one more time and then move on.
Well, the arms are dancing on the left over there too.
Oh yeah, they're numbered. All 6 stations are numbered.
This solve is amazing.
Alright. Next up. 3 cycles faster. Subway. Split and merge. 36 cycles.
Yeah, it's pretty clear from these last solves that they do that once the triplex chain is constructed, it outputs it very fast.
Slow down a little bit.
Right, this solve does have some extra fire attachments
Yes.
on either side of the output.
Yes. But Quint isn't limiting, so it's fine.
True. True. But the triplexing still is. But yeah, it might not matter now.
So this Devo... Yeah, I see why I see why Transcendental guy said that. So yeah, these 3 they sold the wonder. That's what blocking the 35. I see.
Yeah.
Alright. Next up. NBBot 27. Why did I wish for cycles? This is the max room, okay. They write, this was a hard cycles puzzle. Well done, Jasper. Also, big thanks to Andy Ventus for the support this week. It was great to be able to share my solves with a second set of eyes. This machine builds the output in 4 parts. 2 sticks of triplex fire, 1 of iron quicksilver, 1 of copper. This approach simplifies the construction, but results in countless unwanted bonds that must be corrected. Thanks to this, there are 13 cycles with latency, as well as 2 coming from using too much projection for the copper. After some iteration, this so came down from 38 to 33 cycles. I'm still happy with how it turned out. Anyway, now we are getting an easy week 4 puzzle, right, Azuripo? We'll get there when we get there.
I'm very curious what week 4 is gonna have.
I think the people who are wishing for the easy week 4 puzzle, they'll be satisfied. CrazyBot says that all the arms do not reset at the end since instructions are tertiary. So yeah, it does. Alright.
I mean, it doesn't really matter. It's not like the solve would have looped otherwise.
Yeah. I guess so, yeah. That cursed technique of that cursed production technique of not intentionally not looping arms. But anyway, next up, sub 20. Kazian. Sub 30, sub 30, Kazian.
Sub 20, I don't think that's
Sub 20
possible.
would be madness.
This solve came in very early in the wake. This might have been day 2?
Day 2, alright. Kazian writes, this was a pretty chill puzzle because the minimum is so obviously in cow-eating territory. I didn't even try for min and just went fast. Good strategy.
It sure does go fast.
It is very fast.
And like 27 is still like 4 cycles off min on this puzzle. I think that's pretty good.
Yeah, definitely.
Can we follow what happens to the 6th quit? Oh, sure. Alright. Sixth quint.
Going to the left. There.
These are the 6th quint. So the after this set of triplex bonders, there's no more triplex bonds to be done.
It then comes all the D-bonds.
Alright.
Yeah, much more efficient than having like 1 or 2 debonders that still had to be done at the end, like some of the other solves.
Alright, next up, at first place, Mr. Piozo. Quick, throw parts at the board till it works.
So, who said 26 cycles was probably the min-duty geometry?
Yeah, this solve is insane.
Yeah, who said that 26 was probably the min-duty geometry? But that's not true.
What's happening with the iron amalgam? Oh, okay.
They are getting ready. This is a silly puzzle. You know, the good thing about this puzzle is that you have a lot of inputs to grab to move it right along. Transferring handling is very easy in this puzzle.
So many arms and so many arms to take care of. Like so many arms and parts that flying around to take care of.
Notes?
Notes. Okay, Mr. Piozo writes, started with a raid-like solve at 55 cycles, then a non-looping solve at 32 cycles, but after fighting with the engine late into the night, I finally squeezed it down to this 25. Quite happy I got it down this low, so the question is, how many cycles did I miss? Mr. Puzzle. Not many, evidently.
No, not many.
If we consider min achieved, none. Anyways, while this is happening, I'm gonna go get week 4 ready.
Oh yeah, true. Oh wait, are we showing the showcases first or week 4 first? Week 4.
Nah, it's usually week 4 before showcase.
All right.
It's
Yeah.
usually next week before showcase, yeah.
All right. So congratulations to all the solvers again, and I'll get ready for the. I'm gonna download the week 4 puzzle. Wait a second.
Week 4 is easy. Don't worry about it. Can't believe we're still doing this seconds before reveal. Right? Right?
All right. Week 4.
It is live on the website.
Hurry to poppers. Products and reagents.
Look! Easy puzzle. Look at it.
Let's see.
Solving Mercury 2. Yes.
Yeah, basically.
Calcifier.
Oh, what's the metrics? Metrics? Plural? I think you have the wrong puzzle.
Yes. This is Solving Mercury number. This is Solving Mercury 2.
We are doing
really
burrito
this is
crawl
really this
again,
is Solving Mercury
everyone.
2.
I hope this is what you all were looking forward to.
Yes, the metric is fill the cost cycles Pareto frontier. Just like Solving Mercury.
If you haven't been here last year, there's a description on how that works exactly on the website. Basically, with each solution, you take a chunk out of the square. This time it's a square, which is, I guess, is also still a rectangle. You take out chunks of the square, and you have to try to reduce that area under your Pareto curve as much as possible. And we have a fancy Pareto visualization tool where you can throw in all of your solutions and you can see your Pareto curve. It's amazing, it's great. And you can see your Pareto score as well. Thank you, Panic, for helping us make that once again.
The default bounds are 18 cycles to 417 cycles, and 60 cost to 459 cost. So the size is 400 by 400. So yeah, this is week 4.
Good luck.
Sounds fun.
I was gonna say hello Jasper and Kazian can finally be a team again, but I don't know if they're gonna be a team for Pareto Crawl.
Well, we were last time. I think that worked out.
It's
Sure.
permitted, yeah.
Well,
Yeah, it is permitted, but lots of people like doing it themselves. 42 Genius 42 is gonna make one solution, and it's gonna be the best solution. Showcase solves are coming. Patience. We always do the puzzle reveal before showcase.
Like the Python script takes significantly longer to like load the thing.
Load the showcases? Why?
Load the showcases.
What's it doing that needs to do that?
Wait a sec. Okay, alright.
Oh. No, you deleted the puzzle.
I downloaded it again, so it's fine. Bye, Evernote.
Not again.
Bye, Evernote. Oh no,
this is-
can't fix this.
Oh no. But alright, I shall be leaving for the showcase also. Y'all have fun with the showcase. I'll be seeing y'all next week. I'm streaming next week, because I'm the Pareto streamer, apparently.
Alright, see you next week.
I have the setup for the Pareto streaming is usually a lot more complicated. Hopefully there won't be as many technical issues. But yeah, I'll be seeing y'all next week, everyone. Bye!
my best. But yeah, this was the failed half P, I assume. Not actually sure how much P this is. Or what its instruction score is, but
Alright.
it was whatever they wanted to finish.
It has to be happy, isn't it? It is happy, yeah.
Okay.
But why is this failed?
I think it will make a wrong bond at some point. Yeah, there's wrong
I
bonds
see,
between
I
the
see.
quicksilver, the reactive iron, and the fire.
Unfortunate.
Yeah.
Right. Next up. Dark Brick. Which only says, uh-oh. Note, if anyone tries to tell you that this demo tape doesn't look, quote unquote, doesn't look right, please make up an excuse and get out of that situation as quickly as possible. I fucked up the ratios.
Yeah, he was. This was before he made his cost solve, and it's cycle solve, and he was grabbing Quint at input speed the entire time, so that metals were not in time.
I see. Alright.
Yeah, at least gaps.
Alright. Next up, Greenfield. Overlap 2. Wait a sec. Yeah. This is the only showcase submission by Greenfield. Who says it wouldn't be a complete stream without a silly overlap sword? Not only it has overlaps, it also has conduits.
I think he did submit. I think he did submit
broken.
an overlap 1, but deleted it later.
And yeah, one has a non-Euclidean track.
Weird track.
Alright, next up, Mr. Piozo, overlap extrusion. Let's slow this down a little bit. Yeah, the overlap. This part is really satisfying, like, but also really hard to read.
Yeah.
And the last showcase solve, Yosh. New solution 1. Shitty height solve I made in like 20 minutes lol, can be improved in every secondary by a huge margin. For height. Unfortunately, the triplex bonds did not need to be this complete on a monomer. So I guess, but then I guess this is since this is only made in 20 minutes, that's excusable.
Yeah.
All right. That's all for, and that'll be all for today. Thank you for having me, and thank thank you, Hello Jasper, and thank you, Biz, for uh, commentating on this stream. And also thanks, Biz, for helping debugging with what the fuck happened in the first 30 minutes. And yeah, this is enjoy week 4 and see you. Enjoy week 4 and see you. That's all for me today. See you next time.
Bye bye.